we will continue with our loops. So now let's go for if statement. So if statement is like conditional loop. So in my if loop, let's say if I put one condition, and if that condition is satisfied, it will give me some output. If that condition does not satisfy, it will give me certain another output. So this is a like conditional statement you have to define. Let's start with some simple case. Let's say n is my number, let's say it is equal to 5, and I want to check whether that number is a positive or negative or a 0. Let's say first check only if it is a positive or negative. So what is the condition for to check the positive number? If the number is greater than 0, that means it is a positive, and if it is a less than 0, that means it is a negative. So first we have to define our condition. So it will start with if loop. If let's say n is greater than 0, I will print here, let's say n and is positive number. N is a positive number. N, don't put n inside the string. This is a string, so you have to be careful. If, and next time let's say it is less than 0, else if else, and it is not less than 0, not greater than 0, it will give me it is a negative number. So if n is greater than 0, I will print n is a positive number, or else print n comma is negative number. So let run. So as expected, it shows 5 is a positive number, and let's check -5. So -5 is a negative number. So basically it is showing me the condition depending on the input given. So if n is greater than 0, print n is a positive number, else print n is a negative number. That means 5 here, 5 is a greater than 0, that means this condition is satisfied. That's why it is returning me this output. And -5, in case of -5, this condition is not satisfied, it is not greater than 0. That's why it goes to next condition, and it will give me this output. And here I can write opposite also. Let's say if it is less than 0, we can change here negative, and here positive. So opposite way also you can do. And let's say if I want to add one more condition, let's say if I want to check, sometimes 0 is also there. Let's say what happens if it is a 0, it is considering 0 as a positive number, basically it is wrong. So how can we do that? So for that we add one more condition here, that is else. If there are multiple conditions, you can use else. First condition, I will check greater than 0, it is now less than 0, let's say it will give negative number. Else if n is exactly equal to 0, now put this semicolon, print n comma in double inverted comma, single or double, doesn't matter, is 0. Else If both conditions are not satisfying, it will return as a positive number. Even if you don't want to use else, you can directly write some elif also. Elif n is greater than 0 and run it. So now it is giving me 0 is a 0. Okay, let me run 5. 5 is a positive number, minus 5 is a positive number. Let's check with, let's say 5.5 is a positive number. So this way you can add multiple conditions. You can keep go on adding multiple conditions, and every time you have to be careful with your statement or condition. Proper syntax should be followed. So this is the use of if conditions. So it is going to be helpful in our programs as well. So we will see actual applications of such loops. You can try different condition. Let's say some multiplication. Let's say if n is less than 0, you can add some mathematical expression as well, like let me copy. Let us demonstrate something different. So if let's say n is equal to 0, and here x, I will create one more variable, x is equal to n square. Let's say assume that if n is equal to 0, we will assume that x will be equal to 0, and if n is greater than 0, my variable, let's say x, will be equal to square root of n. Now what is output we are getting? Let's say now here what we'll do, print x. So you can see n is greater than 0, that means it is going to this condition, and it will be returning me square root of x. And let's say try here minus 5.5. now it will return me this condition, that is the square of n, and let's say if it is 0, it will be written 0. So this way you can use conditional statements. Those are very useful. So this is for this lecture, if statement. You can try with conditions, you can practice. Until that, best.